sports. It's in the game.
All right, I'm gonna get my OBS lined up again here. Apologies for that. This is week 3, game 3, and that's the first one I've had crash on me like that. So I don't know why that happened. I did uh, switch over to OBS, Open Broadcast Software from Streamlabs OBS, and I reworked how my scenes and sources are set up last night, so that I ended up opening all of the games in doing so. So I may have pissed off my computer. It's the only reason I can think of for it crashing like that. As I said, I've not had one in for the whole first 2 weeks crash like that in the middle of a game without being able to save it. So we're going to jump back in here and see if we can at least get one game in here before real football starts. Hopefully we can keep from crashing this time. I do have a program downloading in the background, so hopefully that won't mess with us too much. So we're going to move on here and see if we can't get this one in the books this time. Shaping up to be an interesting game with the turnovers here and there, but
a great matchup of two teams, a great atmosphere. It's time for football. We're here today for our third.
Actually gave me time to get some more coffee and fix the roster for the Spirit, so that helps.
Square off against the home team. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get this game
The roster in the Google Sheets was right. I guess I just needed to print it out, replace it, and didn't do that. I was trying to save ink, which was a moot point because I ended up running out of ink anyway for color, so it's black and white. Not that there's a lot of color on the sheets that I print out, but there's a little bit. Got the logos on it. The part that you see in the main logos on the scoreboard are actually on my sheets as well. So we'll try this again and see if it can get through the game without crashing this time. I just replaced my SSD in my computer to a bigger size, so it shouldn't be bad.
Third and long, second and short, it really gives you an edge on defense.
I've had it for a few months now, but not that long.
Drops back. Steps up, gets rid of it. He goes up and grabs it.
He's a tough guy.
Fitz able to come down with it. Again, anybody joining us that's new to these streams, this is Global Legends Football League. This is made up of real players' names, heights, weights, and got the skills from either Mutthead or Madden rosters from older games, as there's a site that has them, well, most of them, available. Also used a football reference database site to they actually evaluate how important a player was to their team on certain seasons, and I used that to come up with what players to put into this league. Did not change player roster or player models, so none of that is changed due to likeness issues. I didn't want to run into anything with that. But heights, weights, numbers, at least a number they've had in their career, unless the game was limited to having a number that they had with somebody else on the roster having them, if they had more than one, and or a position that can't have an alternative, speaking English is hard, number that's allowed. Like Dallas Clark really should be 44 as a tight end, but the game won't let us do that. So I believe we made him 84, so that's one example of some limitations of the game. I'd love to move it over to, you know, newer Madden 20, 21, but modding those is such a pain in the butt. I've been working on one team for 3 months. I still don't have all of it done. Even for one uniform, still don't have all of it done. Do have the field done though. Well, the actual grass part.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone.
I haven't done anything, I don't think, with the stadium around the edges or anything.
Come up with a catch and a touchdown.
And there's some logos I can't find where to change, if I can even change them. It's just so much to the newer games that unless they give you a means like this game did to manipulate stuff, I mean, it's just time consuming to do it, especially for 32 teams. Would love to be able to do it, but just don't know if it would ever work.
On offense and executed it to perfection.
It should be kind of interesting because I have seen a couple of videos that they walk you through on the newer Maddens how to make the likeness of certain people, like Joe Namath and things like that. So that would be interesting, but if you could put them all into the game, that would be cool. However, I would hate to be, you know, somebody come after me for their likeness like EA had to go through with the NCAA football series.
It's first and 10.
Glad to see they got that all worked out now, though. I hope they can bring something back, since that was probably their best franchise, to be honest.
Nice play fake. Pressure coming, going long to the left. Incomplete pass.
Montana going deep, trying to get it to Don Maynard. Can't quite come up with it.
It'll generally end up in incompletion, and that's a heck of a lot better than missing short, giving the defense a shot at the interception.
Maynard was the intended receiver on that play. Out of the I formation. Gives the ball off. Great fake with the pass. Picked off.
Oh no!
The 20, the 10.
Man, this game starts out different than the one that crashed. The Spirit jumped out to a huge lead in the other game. Kind of goes to show you that with all the ratings where they are for all these players, that it's pretty much just a matter of luck whether or not you win, because everybody in the league is really good. So this is pretty much the opposite of what happened on the game that crashed. I'm kind of torn here. It's like I was saying in the one that's no longer there since it crashed, is that I'm a huge Montana fan, because I'm a Chiefs fan and he came over towards the end of his career, but just to watch him play, the decision making and everything, to me, he's the GOAT. I mean, I know Brady's good, but he had a system kind of that helped him get the ball out of his hands quickly, and then the players did the work, so it made him look good. I think Montana made the throws when he needed to make them, made good decisions. I think he was, I honestly think he was a better quarterback, just based on those facts. But to that point, he may have had better, linemen around him as well, because he certainly had the time to throw. Whereas Brady didn't have to worry about that all the time because he was getting the ball out so quick. However, having said that, the Grizzlies are the baseball team I'm going to be controlling in the upcoming World Baseball League series, which we just did a season CPU controlled and just missed the playoffs because we lost the last two of the last three. I think it was 2 of the last 3 games to knock us out. Might have been all 3, I can't remember for sure. But we just played game 2 of all those matchups for the actual playoffs, because that's what we said we were going to do at the beginning of the the season.
Steps
So
up
we'll
into
watch the
pocket. Hit
watch the
his
playoffs all the way
When you
through,
talk about ball control and time
and then
of
once that's
possession, that's not what you want to see.
concluded, we'll go into the next season as we're in the franchise mode, and we'll actually play the games ourselves with me controlling it, and
Number
then
34 lines up deep for the punt
we'll see
return.
which way ends up being the best as far as season-ending record, and then we'll play the rest of the seasons going
They'll spot
forward
this one where it went out.
the way that works out the best. Now I will say, when you look at the sidelines here, and you look at the sidelines on the new fields, they look identical.
Ball on their own 46.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
I don't know if that's
The
coincidental
visiting
or
team
not, but
line
they
up in
look
a
like the little
4-3.
dotted lines around the outside and all that stuff. It looks just like the new fields do.
Stepping up, deep throw. Jumps up,
I'm sure
he
the
has it. Johnson
sure the new
is having
fields
a
are
spectacular first
Play
quarter.
results in a first down.
higher resolution count, but just the shape of the sideline and everything, the shape of the team box and all that, it looks exactly the same as the new fields do.
The
in
last
Madden
red zone
20.
trip resulted in a touchdown. He tucks it away. Great fake. Firing a ball into the end zone. Touchdown. Home team.
Watch his catch by the tight end. I always say
Keith
the tight end
Jackson
is always
for the
more of a
touchdown.
threat in the
Yeah,
red
this is
zone.
exactly the
He's a
opposite
big
of the way
target,
it started
and his
the
skills
last game.
sometimes cause matchup problems for the defense.
It's insane. So I really suspect that the Spirit will come back at some point, as that's what we were starting to see in the other game.
The extra point attempt is good. Another drive leads to another score, and they're really clicking now. This is going to be a very long day for this defense.
They're trying everything out there, but they can't seem to slow these guys
Keith
down.
Jackson with the
The offense
touchdown.
has a lot of work to
Key
do.
player on that
Maybe it's
drive
gonna
was
be up to the
Keyshawn.
defense to make some adjustments and
Keyshawn
find a way
Johnson.
to slow this offensive unit down.
Roby looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 1-yard line.
And after this play, I'm going to try to line my
The offense takes over. The last time they had the ball, they had a
OBS
very
up
tough
again
time
once we
getting
get into the
early
huddle
going.
here. So it probably freeze it for a second. See what that does. Perfect. That'll do.
First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Hey, let's go one deep. Watch your back. Keep moving. Turn it up now. Hold the look.
Looking to run it here. Nice play fake. With the throw, Tillman is there for the tackle at the 37. When you think about guys with great hands, he's very close to the top, John.
I'll tell you what, he does a great job of using his hands and not letting the ball get into his body.
Ball
He's
on
worked
the
very hard to improve his
37-yard
pass catching,
Let's go.
and I think he's become one of the best out there.
The home team with a 4-man front.
Lucky, lucky. Hey, watch the screen.
Pass play here on first down. With the pass, he hits his receiver. Joyner comes up to make the play. At the 47-yard line. You give him some time, he'll hit his man.
And the thing is, he doesn't care how big that window is. With his accuracy, everyone's open.
It's Eric Green on the reception there.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
So we gonna take it. Let's go, let's go. One back. Watch each other back. It's on. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Dumps it off. Completed pass to the wide receiver. Number 57 is there on the stop. At the 42. Good
Burrow's
read on
starting to
that
come
play. So
around.
drop
He
back in
was
zone.
the main target of
That's the kind
Montana in
efficiency
the
that the coach is
the
looking for
original
out of him.
Ball on
Take
game
what
that
the defense
crashed.
gives, don't force it. Protect the
He was
football,
having a
those
huge
kinds
day.
of things.
A little misdirection.
I got the Spirit roster corrected and printed out,
40-yard line.
Right
so
now, they need to keep going
I
at
do
the
have
defense with
access
the
to
run.
the both
Sooner or later,
actual
they'll be
rosters,
able to
and
break one for a big game.
Just about a 3-yard
Third
gain.
and
To
three.
convert on this third down, they have to get it to the 37.
All day,
I did restart the computer as well, just to make sure there wasn't
Come out in a dime package.
anything
With
that
the
was
pass,
causing the
number 30
issue
is
of the
there
crash
for the
last time.
tackle. At the 34.
This is good communication.
I don't
between the
know
quarterback and the
if,
receiver
like, if I
to
would have
keep
been
the
in Madden
chains
20
moving.
with this,
They know
if
where
that
the
would have
first
saved
down
that game
marker is,
automatically,
and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is
if it
playing.
crashed like
The
that.
ball is there, and so is the catch.
I mean, I'm assuming that it crashed because it's an older game, but like I said, the first 2 weeks I didn't have any crashes till this week 3, game 3.
And this pass is completed.
So
Fox is there on the stop at the
I'm hoping
14-yard
just
line.
opening
And you give him time
all the
to
games
find
in
a
succession,
receiver.
setting up
with
this
guy, he
new
doesn't throw it behind
streaming
them. He
software
doesn't
was
throw it over their head.
hopefully the cause
He
of it.
throws it where they're going.
First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
And I streamed all 4 baseball games.
The home
Was that
team
yesterday?
come out in a
Might have been the
nickel
day
back.
before yesterday.
Steps up, closing in. All day
For
to
the game
throw,
2 of
throwing.
each series,
Receiver
and
has
didn't have any
it.
issues with
Short
crashes.
At the 13. It's 3 tackles.
So I'm guessing it's the game.
Hilliard gets the reception, but it's only about a 2-yard pickup.
And again, I would love to move this over
And this
to
is
one of the
eighth
newer
play of this drive. Down inside the
Maddens.
15.
I think it would absolutely look phenomenal, but
The home team with a 4-man front. Hand off to the tailback. Fox comes up to make the play. At the 2. They're making it look easy out there. The 5th first down on this
just
drive.
not able to do it currently. There's so much to mod in that game. Well, 20 is the one I was trying to do it in.
And the defense has been on their
I
heels this
saw
whole
21
drive.
was on sale already.
To get it into the end zone.
Could be a Black Friday thing. I might look into it though. Depends on how much it is.
By number 65.
You want to get your field goal kicker as close as possible.
I still think it's like $30. I think it was like 55%. Might be $25, $30, somewhere in there.
6 yards to go for a touchdown.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
Let's go. Watch your man.
The home team line up in a 4-3. Number 57 stops him for negative yardage. The offensive line looked like they just collapsed on that play.
The offensive line has to get good movement on the snap of the ball for the inside run to work, and it didn't happen on that play.
It's 3rd and
Ball
goal
on the 9-yard
at the 9-yard line.
They don't get nothing.
The home team come out in a dime package.
Guess I should pull this up on my phone, make sure we're live, right?
Throws it. Makes the catch. Touchdown, visiting team.
Like Don
Quarterback
Maynard with
went
the
through his
with the
progressions
touchdown
and
catch
found
there.
a receiver that he thought had the best chance to haul it in for the score.
Yeah, it looks like we're live. I will say too, I've
Akers comes
just
in
had
for the
some
extra
work done
point.
Monday on like a house amp that I had in.
Is good. Green
I didn't have it
accounted
in.
for
The
majority
tech
of their
that
yardage
did the
on that
install
long
put
drive
in
and led them into the
had
end
gone
zone.
bad.
When you can go to one guy and get that many yards on a single drive,
Or really, the
good.
drop had gone bad, and the house amp was amplifying the issue, I guess you could say. So it took the house amp out, and then they put in an order to replace my drop with a thicker cable, which because of the length of the run from the ped to the side of the house. So hopefully, once that's in place, we'll be back to 100% here. But taking out the house amp has certainly helped.
you know the only thing this team has to
I
watch
currently
out
have
for
0
is
drop
letting their
frames on
guard
this
down
stream,
with this
and
early lead.
before they took the house amp out, I was fluctuating between 10% and 60%, so it's certainly better.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
I can see a big difference in my Fortnite games as well. I was having major lag issues on that, and now it's much better.
They'll go with a play fake. Stepping up.
Aikman goes down for the sack.
Down behind the line. Great play from the defensive end.
He's such a
Hey, welcome
disciplined
in,
force
the viewer.
against the pass,
Happy
whether he's
Thanksgiving.
coming after
Thanks
the
for stopping by.
quarterback or knocking the ball out of the air.
Following the sack,
Tried to
it's
stream
2nd and
this a little bit ago, and game crashed for some reason. Not had that happen the first 2 weeks of the season, so I'm not quite
goal.
sure what happened there.
Line up in a 4-3. He hands it off. The 30.
Sanders gets loose,
The
and
40,
he's gone.
the
They're not
30,
going to catch
the
him.
20, the 10. Let's see what the call is here. Looks
Oh,
like
no, there's a
right
flag.
clipping. He gets all the way in for
Pitta
the touchdown.
flagged for a block and a back.
Number 87.
It
Still
goes
second
against the
down.
offense, takes away the touchdown.
Brutal. Spirit needed that though. That would have been
First quarter, and the score
that
is
would have been
21-17.
painful if they'd gave up a touchdown there.
The away team. 7.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter.
Yeah, can you imagine how good this would look if it were in one of the newer Maddens?
Yard line.
Gameplay-wise, maybe not so much,
The
but
visiting
the
team
look of
come
it
out in a nickel package.
would be
Number 8
phenomenal.
with a man in motion. Throws it. And he hits his target. Davis
It's
comes up
Fitzgerald.
to make the play.
That'll be a first
At
down.
the 31-yard line. Good catch on 2nd and long. That picks up the
Time of
first
possession pretty
That
even.
one was about pass rush and pass protection. The offensive line was successful in what they had to do to make sure the quarterback had the time he needed.
Fitzgerald having a decent day so far.
Let's go now. Get some swag going. They ain't got nothing.
down. He tucks it away.
Gives it off to Sanders again. Oh, I think if he'd have continued to the outside, he might have been gone again.
Even more effective.
It's 2nd down and 5 to go.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Too deep.
Spirit need a stop here.
Let's go.
Takes off. Jones is there on the stop. He was looking for some room on the ground, but the defense was right there.
Running with the quarterback can be very effective if the defense isn't expecting it. But they were in good position, and they got to him very quickly on that play.
3rd and
on the
3.
38-yard line.
Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Sanders, the lone back.
They soft, man.
This is
Changed
a
the setup on
situation
my
where he was
mic a little
spying the
bit too,
quarterback.
and it seems
He
way more
decided to take
sensitive
off
now.
after
Like I think
him
it's picking up
because
my
it looked
heartbeat
like he
even.
was gonna run.
Weird.
Roby is ready to punt this one away. Number 41 is back to receive this kick. Fair catch.
If they want to make this a game, they have to buckle down, avoid mistakes, and
Well, they
work
were able
hard
to stop
dig
'em.
themselves out of this hole.
See if they can do anything with it.
They'll start the drive at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10.
Watch each other back.
Montana sends a man in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Number 94 is there on the stop at the 16.
When you run the ball in the first half, you're trying to keep the defense honest. But if you're only getting gains like that in the second half, then it puts more pressure on your passing game.
Ball on their own 16.
16-yard line.
All right, now. Hey, watch that screen. Here we go.
The home team come out in a 4-3. To carry it, Wilkinson comes up to make the play.
It's a
At
couple.
the 18. Now let's have a look at what our runners have
Sanders
done
not
with
enough
this point.
touches. I think he's got 3.6 yard average, but he's not. He's only got 3 carries.
3rd and 5.
Of course, he did have the long touchdown run called back for a clipping
Here we go. Will.
The
by one
home
Dennis
team
Pitta.
come out in a nickel package. With the throw, he was
Knocked
tipped.
away.
Good defense and 3-and-out series are the way to keep your defense fresh and rested.
Montana unable to get that one in there. Yeah, I thought NFL would
Into the game for the punt.
flex somebody into
Number
the
34
Steelers
sets up to
spot,
run back
having
the punt.
postponed that game, but doesn't look
muffs
like
it.
they're going to.
The home team pick up the fumble. The offense recovers its own fumble.
Recovered by the offense.
Luckily, nobody was down there yet. Well, lucky for the Grizzlies. Wasn't lucky for the Spirit.
1st and 10.
They could have used the turnover.
28-yard line.
One back. Let's turn it up, D.
Sanders, the lone back. Pass play here on 1st down. With the pass. Jumping and has it. Davis comes up to make the play. At the
Curtis
33.
Conway on the reception.
That is just great athletic ability.
It's 2nd down and 5 to go.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Bateman set a 7 of 8, 133 and 2 touches.
Hands it off. Carter is
That's a
there
pretty
on
good
the
day
stop
so far.
at the 38.
It's important to pound the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they're going to bend.
3rd down and short.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Hey, let's lock it up, D. Let's lock it up.
3rd and
The
inches.
visiting team come out in a 4-3. Keisel
Sanders
brings him
able to get the
down,
first
big enough
down there.
to move the chains.
1-yard
Johnny
gain
was
on
able to
the
get
play.
away from a defender who broke into the backfield to get the first down.
If you get into an opponent's backfield, you've got to make the stop.
1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Tell you the other limitation of this that I'm not a big fan of is it doesn't seem like I can get the camera into like a broadcast mode.
With the throw.
Incomplete
This one
pass.
falls incomplete.
It's more
Good
like,
call by
uh,
the defense as they set the corner on a blitz.
He just had too much pressure in his face to see anything.
You know,
and he
wide
threw one
and
out there. Lucky
all
for
that
him,
kind
it
of
wasn't
stuff,
picked
but I haven't
off.
found anything that does a TV style broadcast.
39-yard line.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Fitzgerald goes in motion. Robinson is there on
It'd be
the
nice
stop.
if you weren't
At the
controlling a team if it
41-yard
automatically
line.
did that,
Ball
but it
battles his
doesn't
way
appear to do
forward
that
for
either.
What appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Ball on their own 41.
Maybe I should Google that and see if maybe I'm missing a setting somewhere or something.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Not seen a whole lot of people streaming
Here comes
08
the
though, to be fair.
Gets rid of it. And this pass is completed. Number 47 takes him down.
That'll bring up
at
fourth
the
down.
45.
That's the kind of mental error that drives coaches
That's what
crazy.
Spirit needed.
As a receiver, you got to be aware of where you are in the field and where you have to go to get the first down.
Roby will come in now to punt it away. Number 41 sets up, waiting for the punt. Fair catch called for.
Oh, almost downed.
Now you
Inside
start to
the
look
10.
around and you figure, who are the go-to guys? The guys who can respond and get this game close again.
You're not going to tell us who that would be, John?
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Only one man back to carry it. Play
It's
action.
like a
Stepping
trivia
up,
question that you
gets the
don't get the
pass
answer
off.
to.
Number 29 is there for the tackle. At the
Complete to
34-yard
Maynard.
line.
Gain on
You
the
can't
play.
draw it up any better than that. Textbook
Enough
first
for a
down.
first down?
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Both teams with really good rosters here,
The
so
home team come out in a nickel package. Throwing.
he's open. Maynard brings it in again for a first down.
The 47. John has proven he's a
Having a hard time
consistent
covering him
Yeah,
today.
especially in situations where they're looking to get first down yardage.
ball at midfield.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Certainly expect the Spirit to make a game of this.
Henry,
Too talented on their roster not to. Ooh, Henry runs over somebody.
There on the stop at the 47-yard line.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
4-yard gain on the play. Handed off to the back. Number 57 is there for the tackle.
Oh, Henry's not in there this time. That would
The
be
defense is trying to shut down the running
Adrian
game early to
Peterson on the
force them to
carry.
pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes them to give up on it here in the first half.
2-minute warning coming up.
Defense, get ready.
Adrian Peterson in the backfield again.
Back, stepping
Gonna
up,
throw
gets rid
for
of
it.
Number 29 is there on the stop.
Gets
At
it to
the
Vincent
30-yard
Jackson.
line. They convert for the first down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
In field goal range now.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
They're hoping for 7, I'm sure, though.
The home team with a 4-man front.
Hand it off to
Little
Henry.
misdirection.
No, little
Tillman
juke
comes up
move.
to make the play.
Decent gain on that carry.
23.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
Let's turn it up, D.
Blitz
Back
is
to
coming
pass.
with the pass.
Montana throws down the middle.
Goes up, makes the catch. Perfect spiral on that pass.
Burrow brings it down. They mark him short, though.
He shows a nice touch and a short pass.
First and goal.
Threaded in there
Inches.
against tight coverage, and he can put some air in.
Oh, they're gonna throw it.
Something downfield.
Thought for
He
Thought for
audibles
sure they'd hand that off.
pass play.
I didn't see who caught it, though. But they certainly needed that. Okay, the drive summary will tell us who caught it.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point. The point after is good.
Akers
14
PAT is good.
Points, and they're now down by just a touchdown.
This team's always a threat to put up a lot of points. They were having some difficulties earlier,
Hilliard.
but now they seem to have gotten it together. And the offense is starting to make
Oh,
things
Ike
happen.
Hilliard caught that touchdown. Let's go. Spreading the ball around pretty well today, Montana is. Eric Moulds, I think, is the only one wide receiver wise that doesn't have a catch yet.
Now you have to decide if they just want to run the clock out or they want to drive it down in field goal range. Hey, this is why you run those 2-minute drills in practice for a situation like this. The only difference is this isn't the scout team defense.
Ball on their own 27.
Lucky. We coming to red.
Pass play here on first down. Throwing.
Uh-oh. Oh, my Lord. I thought that was going the other way.
He was invisible out there. Wasn't even seen. And that's a break for the offense.
Thought that was gone. I wonder if I should have left the flags off of this team and just done the stars on the helmet. That might look pretty cool.
Here we go, baby.
Maybe not.
With the throw.
Oh, he's wide open. Fitz going deep.
The 40.
He's
the
gone.
30,
They ain't
the
catching
20,
him.
The 10. Touchdown. Home
Forgot to
team.
cover
When
him.
you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment.
That's Aikman's
Pass
third
is thrown
touchdown
where the
pass, and we're
receiver
not even to
can make the
halftime yet.
best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
So much for the 14 unanswered. Spirit will have a little over a minute to try to come up with some points here, though. And then hopefully they can get something and make some adjustments at halftime to get back into this game.
Now they've got to see if they can keep this momentum that they have established going for the remainder of this game.
Roby looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Good distance. From the 1-yard line. Number 41 finds some open area on the return and brings it back to the 28.
See if the Spirit can do anything with this last minute or so.
They have first and 10 here.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Clear. Come on.
Only one man back.
They certainly could use 7, but they don't want to do it too
Number
quick
94 makes
and
the
give the
tackle
Grizzlies a
at
chance
the
to score again.
36-yard line.
Vincent Jackson appears to be shaken up.
It's second down, 2 to go.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
In and out. Watch the snap down.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it. Makes the
Oh,
adjustment.
shoestring
Number
catch.
34 is there for the tackle.
Ike Hilliard on the catch.
Here's a no huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Montana stops the clock there.
I also like the fact that they can announce most of the old timer names. There's a couple they don't quite get, but there's a lot that they can recognize, which is really cool.
He's going to run it. Joyner is there on the
I don't know if the new games would do that or not. I didn't do anything with the roster yet on the team that I've been trying to mod, so I'm not sure about that.
They're blitzing, throws on the move, and he makes the grab. Johnny has such a quick release, and the ball is out before anybody knows what's happening.
That makes it hard for him to be sacked, and it gives the defenders less time to react. What they're doing here is keeping the
They're
defense
moving the
from
ball.
huddling up. And it keeps the same
Oh, going
defense on
deep
the
to
field.
Hilliard.
The throw, the
Hit him.
touchdown.
Ike
Visiting
Hilliard.
team.
I'll tell you, this is nice work by both the quarterback and the receiver in this play. Watch it here. He reads the coverage.
Montana
looks
also
for the
with
best
3
option,
touchdown
and then
passes
throws
before
it to him.
halftime. Might have been too quick, though. Might have been too quick, though.
The point after is good.
Hey, as an offensive coach in this league, you're always making adjustments. And hopefully you can get the defense on its heels and get it in there for the touchdown. Good job by these guys.
They certainly needed it. Back within 7. Left the Grizzlies with 32 seconds left. That could be not good, though.
Start is back and ready to put this one in the air. Nice distance. From the 3. Passing game is really working for them. We saw that on their last possession as they worked their way down the field for a touchdown. And let's see if they can do it again here. Jackson returns from being injured.
All right, Vincent Jackson's okay, it appears. Although he's on DC Spirit offense. I'm not quite sure where they're announcing that now, but whatever.
Keep the throttle down. Throws it. And he makes the grab.
It's Fitzgerald. Oh, he gets by one.
Griffin.
And they finally bring him down. Almost broke that for another touchdown.
Tremendous run after the catch by Fitzgerald.
And that's what can happen when you have that kind of speed out there.
Thought
You
for
can
sure he
take
was going to
something
knock him out of
short
bounds.
and turn it into something long.
First and 10.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Stretch strong.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3.
Watch your eyes.
Going to the air on first down. With the pass.
Oh no.
Comes up to
Thought the
middle.
defender was going to undercut that and knock it away and
Powerful
didn't.
arm brings them a first down this time.
Now they're in
Yeah,
field
you
goal
talk about
range.
Putting some heat on your throws.
We're close
This
to
guy
it.
really let it go.
Yeah, I thought Chung was going to undercut that and knock it down.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Turn it up now. Come on.
The backs are lined up in an I.
From the start. From the start.
He'll pass on first down. Throwing.
Roll up.
No one near his receiver.
Driving. Oh my gosh, can't bring him down.
That's what he does when he gets into the open field.
7
Great
seconds
run
left.
by
Are they going to take the
Fitzgerald.
3 or are they going to
All
take a
that
shot at the
speed,
end zone?
He makes it look easy.
Taking the 3. Gonna try to take the 3 with Phil Dawson.
Dawson leads the field goal team into the game for the attempt.
And it's good.
The try is good.
Yeah, he got a he got a reprieve too because the game that crashed he had missed one. Had the distance, but he pushed it right. So
Roby comes in to kick off.
that comes off the stat sheet since the game crashed and we couldn't save it.
Squib kick here. This one is fielded by number 41.
Ooh, a lot of people on the ground.
It's the end of the second
Maybe he had a
quarter
chance
with
to
the
take that
score.
one
The
back to the
home
house,
team
but
ahead of the visiting team, 31-21. As we take a look at his success returning kicks.
I mean the
we
home
get
crowd's
ready for the
booing, but
kickoff.
they're up 10, so I don't know what they're upset about. Spirit will get the ball to start the second half here. If they can pull out a touchdown, it would tighten the
Roby
game up
will be
quite a
kicking
bit.
off. Sends it sailing. From the 2.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
Decent
Ball on
starting
their own
field
45.
position, not too bad.
25-yard line. First and 10.
See what Montana and company can do here.
Out in a 4-3. On the call. Great fake. Gets
Oh,
rid of it.
got it away.
Jumps
Burrow.
up and he has it. The
Oh, they
30.
missed the tackle. He's
20.
gone.
High stepping to the end zone.
That's what they needed.
Touchdown, visiting team. Montana had no trouble finding his receiver. He's now thrown for 4 touchdowns. Akers comes in to attempt the point after.
David
point
Akers
after
with the
is
PAT.
good. That's why defenses have so much trouble against this ball club. It took just one play to score.
Almost every defense has some type of weakness that can be exploited, and they hit on it right there. I'd expect them to try that same type of thing again.
Start in to kick this one off.
Ron Stark to
Booming
kick it
kick
off.
downfield.
It's the punter being used for
This one is
kickoffs. Must have a
taken
little
by
stronger
McNeil.
leg than Akers, apparently.
The home team is looking to add to their slim lead as they
Oddly
take over
enough,
on offense.
randomly generated teams, Akers is left-footed and Ron Stark, the punter, is left-footed. Considering there aren't a lot of left-foot kickers or punters in this set of players, that's odd that they ended up on the same team like that.
Line up in a 4-3. Number 8
Coincidental, I suppose.
it off to the back. Haas is there on the stop.
Sanders
The
stuffed.
22-yard line.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
Ball on their own 22.
With us crashing in the previous game, assuming this one finishes, I'm not sure we'll get a second one in.
The visiting team come out
Take
in
a look at what time it is once we get done here and see what we can do.
They'll go with a play fake. Throws it. Complete to the
I
wide
do
receiver.
upload them to
This is one
YouTube
of
though,
those
so I
guys
have to
you
stop
can't
this
let
stream
get
and then
behind
start
him.
the game 4
He's
one
gonna give up some of those shorter
separately.
completions underneath.
if we have time to do another one.
Ball right around midfield.
Ball on the 50-yard
Dude, it's
line.
hot as hell in my office today. Good lord.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Pressure, gets rid of it, and he can't hang on to it.
He can catch just about anything that the quarterback throws in his direction. But he couldn't find a way to quiet that one down and bring it in for a catch.
Take my robe off here.
Second and 10. Ball on the 50-yard line.
A little warm today.
Let's go, let's go. Watch the snap.
Well, they're
The visiting team with a
probably
four-man
not helped
front,
by all the
dropping
cooking
back
too.
under
So
pressure.
I
Aikman
like the way these guys
goes
go
down.
after the quarterback. They have a bunch of effort guys out there that have non-stop motors. They push to the inside.
Deacon
they
Jones
rush to
on the sack.
outside, and they really do a good job applying pressure, forcing the quarterback to throw it before he wants to.
Sanders, the deep man, drops back.
Aikman to throw.
Pressure coming, gets the pass
Gets it
off.
away.
He had a shot,
Oh, he dropped it.
couldn't come up with it.
He has the hands to make catches.
I don't know what
on
the
toughest
defenders were
routes.
doing.
I'm a little surprised to see
Two of them
drop
sitting
that
there
one.
in front of the receiver. You'd think one of them would have put a hand up at least. Got lucky there. Roby in to punt.
Roby is ready to punt this one away. Number 41, back to return.
Oh, that's going to
And
be
so
a
the
little
punt goes out of bounds.
shorter than they wanted.
Ball on their own 29.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Regular, here we go.
The visiting team line up in the bunch
Let's go
formation.
one deep.
On the carry. Number 57 is there for the tackle. At the 30, Henry takes it up the middle for a yard or two.
Yeah, I need a Madden 2021 tutorial on how to. I'm having trouble getting the name color
Second and
and the
9
number
coming up here.
colors to change.
On the 30-yard line.
So something I'm doing is not right.
We're talking about
The
real.
home team with a four-man front.
Solo, solo.
Receives the handoff. Fox comes up to make the play at the 39-yard line. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
Ball on their own 39.
To be honest, though, I wish they would come out with a,
Let's go.
like this one has,
I'm coming through.
They line
folder
up
you
in
can
the
drop
I
your
formation.
images in, or even something in-game to allow you to do it yourself.
They'll spot this one.
I know they have the relocation stuff in the new one, but that's just not the same. You can't have your own logos and shit like that, which is disappointing.
Ball on their own
And
44.
obviously people are going to figure out how to do it anyway. It just, not that I can't do it, I've done a little bit of it. It's just so time consuming to do 32 teams. It takes forever. Good lord.
Great penetration.
That seemed like
That's
targeting.
thing,
Get
to
him
stop
out of the
any
game.
kind of run between the tackles, you have to get some sort of penetration. You
Is
have
that a
to
thing
get
in the
into
pros?
backfield,
I think
and
it's
when
just
you do
in
that,
college, isn't it?
You make the back change direction.
Oh, I know you can have
Ball
personal
on the
foul,
field where
but
he doesn't want to go.
Ball on their own 41.
Let's go, let's go. Great pass.
The home team come out in a dime package. Fires this one deep.
going deep to
Jumps
Maynard.
and has it. They'll spot this one at
Got
the
it.
26. He found the ball carrier to make his fourth stop of the
That gets
game.
him into
With
field
that
goal
pass,
range,
he
I
closes
believe.
in on 300 yards.
Montana
Ball on
trying
the
to bring him back
26-yard line.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
No more, fella.
after being down 21 to nothing at one time.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Stay posted up.
Peterson in the backfield.
On the carry. Setting up
Just
play
fake it to
action.
Adrian.
Throws it. Incomplete.
Oh, the ref gets in the
Goes
way.
They were trying to get the ball to.
The intended receiver on the play.
Unfortunate. Not sure how much they would have got out of that, but
Second and 10. Ball on the
didn't get anything with the ref
26-yard
being in the
line.
way.
Nickelback in this time.
Let's go, boys. Do something. Watch the fake. Come on.
Dumps it off.
Out
I
of
think the
bounds.
quarterback just let that one get away.
No bueno.
Was his intended target. And this is the 8th play of this drive.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Yes, on. Play pass.
Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. On his knees for the catch.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. They're in a hole here on 3rd down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
6 receptions for 130 and a touch. Burrow having a good day.
Watch your eyes.
Not as good as the game that crashed, I don't believe. I think he had like 3 touchdowns or something in that game. So at the time it
Montana
crashed.
with a man in motion.
1st and 10. Gotta get inside the 5 for a new first.
Spotted at the 11. He was
Henry on the
right there
draw.
once again and recorded his 8th tackle. Henry rumbles forward for a gain of 4. They're 11 yards away from the end zone.
Ball on the 11-yard line.
Hey. Here we go.
The visiting team come out with 3 receivers tight. Hands it off. Runs through the tackle.
Oh, that's a
Ellis
first
coming
down.
up to make the play.
1st and goal at the 2.
3.
This is tough running here. Let's watch him as he gets through right
Well,
here.
he said 3, but
Breaks a
it looked
tackle
like
and
he.
keeps moving
Yeah,
forward.
maybe it is 3.
I tell you, this guy's hard to bring down.
Yeah, just inside the 3. It's fair.
Danny. Play football. Check it.
I think sometime this weekend I'm gonna try to play through all my created PC courses as well. Get them on a stream.
Shakes off the tackle. And he's in
I
for the
played
score.
through Freedom
Here's how they
Peaks
get in on that one.
this
They
morning,
just
but
can't bring him down.
I didn't.
He plows
Was it
into
this
the end
morning?
zone for the score.
Last night. Well, it was technically this morning, but before I went to sleep. Apparently they called that a touchdown. It's hard to tell from any of those angles. See, I didn't get off to a very good start. I was like 3 over in the first 2 holes, and then battled back to even on Freedom Peaks. But I didn't stream it, and I think I want to stream it.
The extra point attempt is good. Great drive that culminates in a trip to the end zone and gives them the lead.
That's a big drive that they really needed. The score really
I need to
swings
work on my
momentum over to their side.
PS4 courses and get them out. I got the Volcano out, but it was actually before I finished doing the crowd stuff, so I need to pull it back in and do some tweaking. Maybe
Start
publish
is
it as a
just
tour
about ready to
version or
kick
something.
this one away.
I actually changed a lot about it because I had a lot of
This one is
holes that
handled
had
by number 34.
just like cliff drop-offs on the drives and stuff like that. So I
The offense now makes
manipulated
right
all
back
those
onto
to
the field.
try and make them a little bit smoother downhill transitions.
Ball on their own
I wish they had a water plane that was round. Doing the one that's square for the volcano piece is a pain in the ass.
Hand it off. The back breaking free. The 40 runs through the tackle. The veteran with a good game.
He's taken his share of licks over the years. That hasn't stopped him from busting off long gainers like that every now and then.
Ball
First
at
and 10.
midfield.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
They've been very
Sorry, I had to
good
taste
rushing the
test
ball
some
on
deviled
first
egg
down, but
filling,
still trail.
and it
Yeah,
was
sometimes a strong
tasty.
running game doesn't always translate into scoring a lot of points. He's looked good at times, but he just doesn't seem to have that explosive first couple of steps.
Yeah, 11:34. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a second one in here before football starts. Being that the Steelers game is
The
canceled,
visiting team line
may
up
try to
on
get
4-3.
something in this evening sometime. We'll see how that goes.
Closing in. Long throw.
Oh, he's open.
And
Oh, he dropped it.
He had it and lost it. Incomplete. That's
James
a
Jones on the
third
drop, wide open. I see he was having a monster game. The one that crashed, Jones
Third and
was.
12. Ball on the
Unfortunate.
46-yard line.
Keep that press on them. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Defenses had difficulty stopping them on third down. With the pass.
Oh, Keyshawn drops one.
Terrible way to end that drive, John.
When you put the ball right on the money, you expect it to be caught. When you put it on the money on third down and it's dropped.
Now, I did
sometimes that's
notice
like a
too in Madden 20 that it had the, like on the helmets in the front, it had the NJ for New Jersey for the Night Stalkers, and then it had Night Stalkers on the back of the helmet where that white piece is on these. This one you could do that on the front part, but the back part is not there, so you would have the
2 minutes left in the quarter.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Tampa. Here we go, baby.
Thank you though.
Get it started. Watch out.
Sorry, I haven't. We're off keto today and tomorrow, so we can have all the stuff we aren't supposed to have, but and leftovers.
Brings it ahead for about a yard.
So she brought me some orange juice because it's sweet, but it's Tropicana, which I'm not a big fan of. I like Minute Maid.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
No, one. One screen.
The home team come out in a 4-3. Fakes the handoff.
Montana around the side.
The 40. Number 30.
Wow, he
is
breaks
there
free
for
a
the
little bit.
tackle At the 48.
Now you talk about a guy who's a lot of fun to watch. You just get the ball in his hands, and he's going to turn nothing.
Must have ran a
into
flood to the
whole
right
lot of
side
something.
because there was nobody over there.
Ball on their own 48.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Be careful. Don't make a play. Hey, watch the ball. Everything you got. Watch the snap down.
Hands it off. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Good play by the linebacker to get into the backfield and stop the play for no gain.
I'll tell you, that comes from watching
Mecklenburg
a lot
on
of
the
film
tackle.
and knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
Ball on their own 48.
Actually, he's another one. He should be 77, but it won't let you do that for a linebacker.
Let's go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
And I tried doing it like out of position and then moving their position, but it changes the number, so it won't let you do it.
At the 23.
Watch it here. He's got him.
I don't know
he's
if the
got him,
newer
he's
games
got
will
him,
or not. I
and they
haven't
don't
tried it.
got him. And it's a first down.
Really would be nice though to see it in one of the newer games,
All right. Let's go. Be physical.
just from the level of detail alone.
Right, man. We coming to rest. We like to practice rules.
I know the gameplay on the newer ones isn't up to snuff or what everybody thinks it should be, but visually it's stunning,
Henry rumbles forward for a gain of 4.
which would be a nice upgrade from this.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
But at the same time, moving it would kind of defeat the purpose of making this a
Last time they were
franchise
down here, they scored a touchdown.
until you get to the end of the season on the new one. So,
Pressure, throwing.
and as long as it takes to mod the teams, I doubt it'll be something that I actually end up doing.
Was there on the coverage.
Not unless they put something in the game to make it easier to make your own teams. Which, as you can see, we've been requesting that for years now, and they've yet to do it, so I doubt it's going to be done.
They've executed very well on third down.
I
so
know
far, and
Access
that's a big
Football
reason why they're
is
ahead at the moment.
they
With the
give you the
pass,
tools to
he was
mod it,
tipped.
but
Defender got in between the ball and the receiver
I
again.
don't think it's quite there visually yet. I might as well stay with this, right? And then you got Maximum Football, but it's only on console. But it's, well, I have the PC version also, which is actually in here that I can stream it. But it's from 2002 PC version. So the graphics aren't even where Madden's at, nor Access for
They
that
just
matter.
can't seem to stop him.
But the simulation side of the football piece is much better. Like, it's not, score-wise, it's not arcadey like this stuff here is.
Start will be kicking off.
I mean, I even reduced this to 7-minute quarters, and you can see they're still scoring in the 30s.
This one is
But they don't
taken
always.
by McNeil.
Sometimes it's
Keeps his
defensive
feet.
struggle with how good these players are.
Just about ready to get this drive started after being forced to punt on their last possession.
But the PC version of Maximum Football is pretty spot on for the simulation
Ball
piece.
on the 21-yard
Like scores are usually pretty realistic, even at 15-minute quarters.
John, their first down rushing average is very impressive.
I'm trying to set up
Solid blocking
college football
inside
teams
and
on that, but
outside.
it's,
Gives the ball off.
you know how many teams there are. It's taking forever to do it.
At the 28-yard
I think I'm still in the C's for the colleges.
You got to keep going to the run.
Taking a
You
while.
never know when there's going to be great blocking ahead of you, allowing for a big one right into the end zone.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the visiting team ahead of
And by the
the
time
home
I get
team,
that done, there might be a new
38,
college football game
31.
out somewhere.
The home
Hopefully.
team are down by a touchdown
Besides
going into
Maximum.
this last quarter.
The new Maximum has
Second
college in
and
it, but it's
83.
Ball on the 28-yard
not real teams because of the licensing stuff. You can pretty much tell who it is, though.
Dropping back under pressure.
Look out.
The offensive linemen are just getting manhandled out there.
It's like they ran a twist there and got through. That dude just disappeared. Did you see that?
Now it's 3rd and 9.
Holy glitches, Batman.
2-yard line.
What's the hard count? You need a rush.
The visiting team come out in a dime package.
Oh, picked off.
Now that was just a bad decision. Look at this. Two defenders right near the receiver. Now there are a few guys who think they can squeeze the
Starting
ball
to
into
look like the
double
Spirit
coverage, and
are
he's
going to
one
win
of
this
them.
game,
That time he
which it looked like they were going to win
gambled,
the
and he lost.
original one too, so no harm, no foul if they do, I don't think. Although the Grizzlies had come back some to make it a game, but
They'll bring the blitz.
I think the Spirit were ahead
Pump
still when it
making pressure
crashed.
coming.
Oh, he
This one
just
falls
gets it off,
This
but
guy's so strong, he was able to get that pass away.
Second and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
also not a big fan of the way they do the socks here, how they
The
get
home
dirty.
team with a four-man
Doesn't
front.
look right.
Blitz is coming with the throw, and it's caught.
Like it's not really
Number
even dirt.
94
It's
comes
like
up to
a
make the
grayish
play.
green looking
At the 10-yard
thing.
line.
It's
A
weird.
lot of pressure on the quarterback, but he still got away a good pass.
Now, here's one thing. He's one of the smartest
I
guys in
don't know
football
if
at the
like on
quarterback position.
Windows
He's always
XP
watching
that was
film and
normal
studying defenses, and
looking,
you see all that hard
or maybe
work
it doesn't
paying off
handle it
on
visually
plays like
correctly
that.
in the new
home team
hardware, but
line
I
up in a
can't
4-3.
say. But it looks weird.
Hand off to the tailback. Touchdown. visiting
Henry
team.
gets it in.
Henry
That might be
was
his.
there
I think
earlier
that's his
and
second one.
revisits the
Yep,
end zone with that carry.
that's going to extend the lead. I suspect if the Spirit can hold them on this next drive, we'll see a lot of ground game to try to run the clock out. Or maybe even if they don't hold them,
Akers comes in for the
once they
extra
get the
point.
ball back, they may be running the ball a lot.
The point after is good.
At least
The
they should be.
visiting team now enjoy a 2-touchdown lead.
Trying to decide if I want to bowl the no tab tomorrow night
Looks
or
like
not.
he's just about ready to kick this one off.
I think I might, just because we don't bowl
Nice
tonight.
defense.
So try to avoid
the
the week
5-yard
off by
line.
bowling in it.
Spins away.
If they want a shot in this one, they got to put something together on this drive.
They had some
This
big
isn't
money
much time
games last Friday down in or over in Marietta. With some even some PBA people were there, like Kyle Troop and stuff, which he ended up losing.
Sanders, the deep
And
man.
then guy I bowled with on Thursday night, and our sub guy went and bowled a doubles match and won their match as well.
He's in on that stop. It's good
Best
into
3 of
tackle
5,
number
and they ended up
6.
getting
So
they
a
split
pickup of maybe
the
3.
first 4, and then they ended up winning the last one to take it.
Second and 7. Ball on the 30-yard line.
But I haven't been bowling well enough to try to chance that kind of. They were like bowling for hundreds of dollars, and I haven't been throwing the ball well enough to put up that kind of money.
Look at it here. He knows how far they have to move the chains, and he gets it by making the right decision and laying it in.
But that was a
like
good
that.
decision. I mean, he had talked about him and I bowling doubles matches, and he dropped me and picked up another guy. But the other guy's been bowling well, and he did. and they won. So it was a good decision, smart decision.
Stepping up, gets the pass off.
I'm not upset about it at all. I would have had to put up half the money and wouldn't have felt comfortable doing that. And I wouldn't want him to put up all the money for us because I hadn't been bowling well enough to chance his money. So
The visiting team.
I'm glad he replaced me. I hadn't been bowling well enough, nor did I have the confidence because of that to be bowling for that kind of money.
Looking for his man deep. Touchdown.
Keyshawn with the touchdown.
He's in his zone out there. That touchdown pass, his 4th of the game.
And then we'll see what they decide to do here.
Dawson comes
I
in to
assume
attempt
they'll
the
kick
point
it
in.
away with 5.5 minutes left. So we'll see what the Spirit decide to
The
do.
point after is good. And now is not the time to make that run to the refrigerator because with that last touchdown, only a few points separate these two teams. And you'll want to stay tuned right to the end.
Yeah, I feel sorry for anyone who took off early, hoping to get an early jump in traffic. They're probably listening to this thing on the radio and kicking themselves.
Roby is back and ready to put this one in the air. Nice kick. Plenty of distance.
So I'm trying to get the mic to where it is not
This one
picking
is
up so much
handled by
residual
number 41.
sound.
And you're
Like
starting to run out of time, so this is a
showing
time
me
of
that's
game
picking up a
where
lot
every
on
one
the
of these possessions counts.
level
The defense is trying to get the ball
meter
back
that I'm
for its
seeing here.
offense, who only needs a touchdown. And the
They'll
offense
take
wants
over
to take
at the
as much
20-yard
time
line.
off the clock
First and
as
10.
they can.
I'm coming through, baby. Watch it back. Get it, son. Let's go.
The home team.
Alright, so they
line
got
up
the
in a
ball.
4-3.
They did kick it away, so we'll see if they decide to run it here to work the clock.
Pass play here on first down.
Nope, gonna throw.
Throws it.
Seems like, well,
Jackson
one, it
was the
stops the
intended
clock, and
receiver on that play.
two, you're giving them a chance to pick it off. So I don't know. Not sure I agree with the calls here.
2nd and 10. Ball on the
But again, I'm
20-yard
torn.
line.
Grizzlies are kind of my team, and the
Let's go.
the Spirit are.
Receives the handoff. They'll spot this one at the 23.
Yeah, Montana's the quarterback, which I'm a fan of,
Today is
so
no exception.
kind of torn in this game.
Henry rumbles forward for a gain of 4.
Both teams struggled to this
Ball on their own
point, though. They're both 0-2.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
You gotta have it, D. Come on.
It's just hard to fathom with the rosters they have. Both have talented players,
Let's go.
so I have to see if they
Long
can,
throw.
any of them can get on a run.
Caught out of bounds.
Incomplete.
That's
As
gonna
a
be fourth
receiver,
down.
You have to be aware of so many things. Where the first down marker is.
Now they're
where
going to give them the ball
defenders
back
are,
with a chance
and
to
where
tie.
the sideline is as you stretch out to make that catch.
Jackson was the one they were trying to get the ball to. Start comes into the game for the punt. McNeil looks like he's ready for the return. And he signals for the fair catch.
Well, it's crunch time now. This might be their last chance, so they have to stay focused, be efficient, and get the ball into the end zone.
1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Good shoot. Yes, on. Play hard
The
as that,
visiting
baby.
team.
All right, see
line
if
up in a
Aikman can do
4-3.
anything with the
Break
ball
with a
here.
man in motion.
Hey, let's go.
Pretty good field position to start out. They give it to Sanders.
40. Number 47. comes up
Defense
to
wasn't
make
ready
the
for
play.
that, apparently.
At the 50.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the fourth quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense.
11
Because it
carries
keeps
for
them off
66
balance.
yards. Playing from behind a lot. Sanders hasn't really gotten the touches that you would expect, I guess.
Stay at home.
Hand off to the tailback. Plows ahead.
They're giving him some touches now. Oh, if he hadn't juked that time, he might have been gone.
He just overran the play. Watch it right here. He's lunging. He's off balance. The ball carrier breaks free, and he picks up the first down.
Blue down. Let's go. Be
They
quick.
give it to the halfback. Play action.
Help him.
Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. A little bit long, overthrowing the receiver.
That might have had something to do with his follow-through. If you release the pass just a little late, you're going to see underthrows or balls thrown into the ground. If you release it too early, then you'll see an overthrow like that.
Play football.
Waters,
Hey, let's
the
go.
lone setback.
Solo. Solo.
With the carry, Robinson is there for the tackle at the 34. Waters rumbles forward for a gain of 4. The 27-yard line is the spot they'll have to get it to convert on this third down play.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, D.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
And
Great
fake the
fake.
handoff to the fullback. Nope, Aikman takes off. That's going to be a first
He's
down.
there on the stop at the 23. So he scrambles his way past the first
Nobody
down marker.
spying the
He's
quarterback
not shy
there.
about taking off if he doesn't see anything. And you can see why right there. That was a heck of a rush.
Ball on the 23-yard
Ball
line.
on the 23-yard line.
All right, now. You gotta have it, D. You can't stop.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package, going long. And
Keyshawn
fails to hang
can't
on to
come
that.
down with it.
Now, who are they going to call a penalty on here?
They're going to call pass interference
On the
on Mel
defense.
Blount.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
After the penalty, it's now first and goal.
Why did I say 22? He's 47.
Touchdown, home team.
Peyton
Hey,
Hillis
they
with the
just
score.
knocked that defensive line backwards on that play. Watch it here. The offensive line explodes off the ball. The defense can't get any penetration, and the runner is in the
That's
end
going
zone.
to tie the game up. With the extra point. Three and a half minutes left, though. Still plenty of time.
The extra point attempt is good. How good has this game been? And we may be headed for overtime.
All I can say is, wow. Both teams have fought hard and will look to just reach a little further down within themselves.
Yeah, I may have had to have made him 22. I thought the
Roby
defensive
comes in
backs
to
could
kick
be
off.
40s, though. I could be wrong.
He got all of that one. This one is handled by number 41.
This is just how the coach likes to play it. Keep it close until the end, then put something together with your last drive to come away with the win. Now it's
No
up to the
safeties
offense
can be
to close
40s.
this one out.
Maybe cornerbacks
Ball on
can.
their own 20.
Ball on the
Not positive
20-yard
what
line.
happened there.
Keep it up. Do something, do something.
The home team line up in a 4-3. To carry it, number 57
Henry
is there
on the
for the
run.
tackle
Gain
at the
of 4
24-yard
on the
line.
play.
Henry got the delayed handoff and gains about 3.
Second and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line.
The home team come out in a 4-3.
Watch the man. Let's go.
Handoff to the tailback. Sheds the tackle. Number 29 is
Henry,
there on the
the ball
stop
carrier.
at the 30.
7-yard
Henry pushing his way
gain
through
on
the
the
would-be tacklers. He picks up solid yardage.
Might have been enough for a first down as well.
So they have
10.
first and 10 here.
Ball on the
And it
30-yard
was?
line.
Come on.
Definitely enough for a first down.
Nickelback in this time. Deep throw.
Oh, he's wide open.
He's
Maynard
there for
gets
the
loose.
The 30, the 20,
Gone.
the 10. Touchdown.
Somebody
Visiting
blew an
team.
assignment there.
Montana throws it for the touchdown to give them the fourth-quarter lead.
Somebody blew a coverage there. Excuse me.
Akers comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. The visiting team have gone up by a touchdown now, but there's a lot of time left in the
That's
fourth
weird.
quarter.
It
Anytime a team
says
is
I've dropped
dealing with
82
more than 2
frames,
minutes
but
of the clock,
0.0%.
they can still
That's
run
weird.
a nice tempo. They don't have to be in a hurry-up mode.
Very strange.
Start in to kick this one off. Sends it sailing. This one is fielded by McNeil.
Down
Kickoff
by a
return,
touchdown,
21
going on
yards.
offense, time running out. It doesn't get a whole heck of a lot better than this.
They'll take over at the 22-yard line. First and 10.
What's the hard count?
Sanders lines up behind his fullback in the eye. On the ground. Play action with the throw. Nice adjustment. This one will be spotted at the 35.
Jeez, I thought that was
He
going to be
makes his
picked
fifth
off.
Stop of the game on that play.
And the receiver flashed in front of the dude. Conway, 2 receptions for 17 yards on the day.
Hey, watch the screen. Nothing. They don't get nothing.
They give it to the halfback. Jones is
Nowhere to
there for the
Deacon
tackle.
Jones on the
At the
stop. Nowhere to go
36.
there.
Sanders
On the
takes it up
play.
the middle for a yard or two. Two-minute warning coming up.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Storm, two backers. Here we go.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. A little misdirection. They went
Sanders
backward on that
with
one.
the
They
carry.
ran right into the blitz.
Loss
They should
on
have
the
changed
play.
the play at the line. Maybe an audible to a sweep or a pass play. Something like a quick slant.
And we've
Third
reached the
and 10.
2-minute mark.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
2 minutes left in the game.
Come out in a dime package. Dropping back, steps up, gets rid of it. The wide receiver has it.
Oh, how did that get in?
Is there for the tackle at the 41. And a flag down on that play. Let's see what the
Oh,
result
it's
is.
coming back anyway.
Fourth down.
They might decline. Yeah, they declined it for 4th down. Probably the right call there.
Coming up here.
Hey, let's go. One back.
This is not a difficult
Waters in the backfield.
Gonna go for it. Throws it.
Oh, knocked
Away
down.
from the line.
Ball game.
Look at the big old defensive line. He does a heck of a job of getting in the passing lane and knocking down the
That
pass.
should steal it for the Spirit. Peterson in the backfield.
Deuce it. Run again. Check it.
Hand it off to the fullback.
Give it to the Christensen.
Is there on the stop. So that play goes for about 6.
On the carry. Gain of 6 on the play.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Well, I hear a wall being pounded, but I don't know if that's for me or my son, or if it's just part of the cooking.
Come on. Hey. Watch screen. Under 10. You gotta have it, D.
You give it to the halfback. Wilkinson comes up to make the play. At the 33-yard line. Peterson
Making the
takes it up
defense take the
middle for a yard or
timeouts,
two.
and they're in field goal range. So they should be able to put this game away.
Have to get it to the
Ball on the
31-yard line to
33-yard
convert.
line.
Grizzlies only have one more timeout. If they get a first down here, it's definitely over.
Consistent success on 3rd down.
Peterson with the run, and he gets enough for the first ball game.
Hey, all he had to do was get behind those big old
That
blockers
should
and
wrap
just
it up.
keep pushing. Next thing you know, they're moving the chains.
And it appears this one is going to be looked at.
Yeah, and
Uh-oh.
because it's in the last 2 minutes, that call
Oh,
came
he
down
definitely
from the
got it.
replay booth.
And what they'll look at here is exactly where the ball was when he went down.
Yeah, they're thinking the ref was going to give him that left foot spot when they were thinking it should have been a right foot spot.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. The ball will be placed at the dead ball spot.
Ball
Did they
on
ha-
the 30-yard line.
Ball on
Did
the
they have a timeout to do that with? Maybe they still had the one left. I thought they'd used it. Oh, it's inside of 2. I'm not sure if that
Number
was
65
them or not.
Is there on the
ball
stop
carrier.
at the
Gain of
24-yard
6
line.
on the
Peterson
play.
runs it through the middle, a gain of about 6.
And that'll get the clock moving, which is what the Spirit want.
2nd and 4 coming up
Ball
here.
on the 24-yard line.
Only one man back.
In and out.
Spread them out.
Keep the throttle down. Let's go.
Draw play? Yep. Little draw to
Number
Peterson
57
again.
is there for the tackle. Peterson takes advantage of a little daylight.
That must have been from upstairs on the challenge because they still had a timeout left.
The 20-yard line would net them a first down here on this third down play.
3rd and inches.
They'll make this a 2-possession game if they get into the end zone on this drive. They're just inside the 20. This one is handed off.
Christensen able to get the first down. That should wrap the game up there.
Another third down conversion.
I'll tell you, this time they went to the ground, but it doesn't seem to matter what they're calling out there. When it gets to third down, it's about to be first down.
Hey, let's go, 1D. Let's go, boys.
Barring a penalty, they should be able to milk the clock pretty well here. Yep, they're going to go into kneel formation. Victory formation, as it were.
He'll just take a knee.
And then shouldn't have to snap it again. Grizzlies moved to 0-3 after losing at home in a close one. Spirit able to get their first win, and hopefully that will propel them to a winning streak to get back into the race of their division and or playoffs.
Great offensive show. Big point totals and just a touchdown separated the two
Not much
teams.
defense showing up this game.
This is Al Michaels with
But we didn't crash this time, and we get it in the books. So that's good. So we'll end that game there. Run over here to this page and get it saved. Alright. So Minotaurs at the Pandas on the horizon. We don't have enough time to get another game in before, well, football may have already started, so we may be back this evening with one, so we're going to go ahead and exit out of the game here. Already saved, so I don't need to do it again. And we're going to go ahead and stop the stream there. I hope you guys have a great, plentiful, wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. We will see you next time. Peace.